Hey guys, this is Kami Ken, and I'm just gonna say it. I don't think people take indie comics that seriously. And what I specifically mean by that is how indie comics are perceived in comparison to professional comics. So for example, I had an interview with another creator on YouTube. His name is Lord Mac Hoven on YouTube. And there was a point in the conversation where he was talking about getting bad reviews on a comic that he published called It Eats What Feeds It, or either that or his other comic called Liquid Kill. And he said he was very disappointed by people's reactions to his professional work. And I thought he should be very proud that that other people were saying like, "Oh, this could have been better, or this was bad, or whatever." Like, I thought he should have been proud because people were actually taking his work seriously. And he said he didn't really look at it that way. He only saw it as a negative thing that people were having bad reactions to it. But the way I explained it, and the interview is out there. I'll link it in the description below. But the way I explained it to him was he created a professional work, and so it's judged on the merit of being a professional thing. It's not like making a comic like Air Rider, where it's like my first attempt at trying to make a real comic, and people judge it more like, oh wow, oh, you made a comic, wow, that's adorable, like, oh, that's cute, you made a little comic, oh wow, oh, I'll support it, I'll get you started, like nobody takes it seriously, like issue 1, issue 2, it's just whatever, like it's just it is what it is, like, um and that's just how I feel like indie comics in general are perceived, because they're not reaching enough people for the creator to have like actual haters. Like, there's the only people that it's reaching are the people that would support it without almost without criticism. They're just like, yeah, like, we support this, like, go, like, like, succeed, like they want you to succeed. But then when you succeed to the point where you're actually like making money on your work, and you are considered a professional because it's being on the shelves with next to other professional works, now you're being judged on a different metric. You're being judged um on the metric of, like, does this stack up to other professionals in this space? And you're no longer being judged as just some like small indie character or some small indie creator. People are thinking about like, okay, I spent money on this, um, and it didn't entertain me. Fuck this guy. Like, they start to judge you and look at you as if you aren't even uh necessarily a person anymore. It's more like you're this creative machine that's supposed to entertain the crowd, like with the comic that you're creating. And if you can't do that, if you fail in that, then you're no longer human, or you're judged on that metric of, did you actually succeed in creating something that could entertain the reader? And if you can't, then people will just put you down. They won't even say anything. They'll put your work down and just go read something else, or they'll leave a negative review on whatever site that they consume your work on, like Amazon, or on on a YouTube video or whatever. And if you make it big enough, people will slam you on YouTube and make videos about how much your comic sucks. Like, if you're really that bad, but also a professional. But if you're just starting out, nobody wants to like snuff out your light, and nobody wants to discourage you from keep continuing to create. It's only when you get big and start to make money that people are like, okay, now I feel like I can say what I truly feel about this guy's work, and that is that it sucks, or it could be better, or it's not that great. but it's only when you get to that professional level that it reaches that level, that echelon where people can feel comfortable enough to give their actual criticism on it. One of those guys that I feel like has reached that level is DD Mark. He does this comic called Ruthless Render, and it's a comic that I've always felt like I liked personally. I like it more than JJK, and like I never really felt that connected to JJK and its world and its characters, even though I watched like 2 seasons of it. Ruthless Render, I always thought was like, okay, this is taking a lot of inspiration from JJK and Chainsaw Man, but it's actually doing it in a way that I would prefer. Um, and he is like a machine. Like he just keeps working and putting stuff out, and he's gotten to the point where he actually is judged on that more professional level because he's putting out professional level quality work, and people will just let it loose. Like they'll just be like, "Oh, this guy sucks. DD Mark sucks," or like, "Oh man, he does this and he does that bad," and like. Even in the comment section, like there'll be all these like negative comments and whatnot, and that can definitely weigh on a creator's mindset on their head. But I feel like I would also feel that way as well. But in my head, in the back of my mind, I would know like, okay, I finally made it. Like I'm finally professional enough to get real, true criticism from people. I'm finally professional enough to have true, actual haters. Like that, it's kind of a twisted way of looking at it, but I think anything would be better than being treated like, oh, it's cute that you made a comic, or oh, it's adorable. Like, oh, I'll give you a little bit of money. Here you go, for making a comic. Like, I think I want to. Eventually, I want to get to a point where I'm like taken seriously as a creator, and even though Air Rider is like my first attempt at making like a real comic, um, I'm making something now that um that I'm actually getting paid for and will actually be like my true first well, not first attempt, but my true like first professional type work. And even if it's not, even if it still has that like quality of amateurism to it, um eventually I'll get to that level where people are judging it on that oh, he's really good, or he's either like really good or really bad. Like yeah, eventually people will be judging it on that level of, okay, this guy is actually good or bad, and that's what I eventually hope for. That's what I'm aiming towards at all times, pretty much. So um that's pretty much it. You can check out Air Rider in the description below. You can also check out my newest comic called Sanely. It's a demon chase horror comedy about two girls who get into some demonic hijinks when one of them has to pay back a loan from a demon. So that is coming out soon. It's coming out probably in October. Um, I don't know how much of it will be fully done by October, but I'm almost done with the inks. I'm doing them digitally right now. You can see it in some of the videos that I'm making, and eventually it'll be colored and posted wherever I post it. It's going to be on Webtoons, going to be on Tapas, going to be everywhere you can read comics. But for now, I'm still in the production phase, and if you sign up to my email newsletter, you'll be able to see updates and new pages as I create them. So go ahead and check that out at the link in the description, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.